Hello YouTube, this is Mightymuffin with episode 14 of my LP series. It's been a while, so I'm not exactly sure where I left off, but today I'm having fun with dark oak trees and their glitchiness. I'm still running in 1.7.2 because I'm not sure when this will be fixed and I don't actually need Fraps functionality. Basically, a fun little glitch of the dark oak saplings is if the leaves want to grow somewhere, they will. Or the not the leaves, sorry, the wood. If it wants to grow somewhere, it will, and it doesn't actually care what it has to replace to do so. So occasionally, not always, oops. Let's see if I can get it to behave. It will grow downwards like this. Now I'm using my pick on here because it has fortune, and I somewhat think that fortune will affect my chances of getting the saplings. Because I have very few saplings, so more saplings is good. But that's basically what I'm doing. It's a fairly mind-numbingly slow process, but I want to punch. I've already punched through, but I want to punch a nice little hole through. So I'm going to be doing that for the next, probably what'll feel like 20 years. And I will be back once that's done, or once I get really tired of planting trees. Well, I finished my first pass, creating a square. Basically what happens is, say I plant the tree here, well, it will create a ring like this around that. So then I have to go ahead and place, what I did, I tried to make the smallest square possible, is put one here, and that'll clear these out. It'll create, oops, these new ones. And I just went around and placed another one there. Here. And it went, and going around like that, I was basically able to clear out a complete square. Burned a fairly large amount of bone meal doing so. Got a huge amount of dark oak saplings. It's probably easier not to collect the dark oak saplings like I was, but I also happen to want dark oak saplings, so next I have to, let's see, pick and choose basically where I want to place more trees to gain maximum effect. If I place it here, I'll be able to get rid of these two and this one. And then I'll have to place another one here to get rid of this one and to get rid of that corner block there. So I'm going to keep doing this until I punch my way all the way down and have a lovely hole onto the ceiling. I don't know that I have any specific purpose for this yet, but you know, it's something to do. I can, so I will. Guess we'll be back once it's complete. Well, I was successful. Now I have a disturbing amount of trees to clear out. But this was the final level. And after I clear out all of these damn trees... Oh, lag spike. Gotta love those. Oh, come on, game. Behave. Behave. I'll be back. Let's see if that fixed it. I really need to switch to DX Tori. Fraps is such a piece of garbage. For some reason, I cannot maintain a decent FPS right now. And it's slightly behaving now. But I will see if I can tunnel my way up and figure out what we're dealing with here. Now that is a tree. I think it's basically a solid 7x7 of wood, something like that. Well, we'll get some resources out of it. Well, that was fun. I now have a big ass hole in the ceiling of the nether. I don't think I am going to move a transit system up there. Mainly because that took me an hour and a half to make that hole. Now, if I were to make a smaller hole, I punched through on the first ring I made. I punched all the way through. So, technically, I don't need to make a hole that big, but, you know, I like the nice square. But I have been busy doing other things. Let's see, where do I need to go? I can't remember which direction I need to go. I think it's this one. Basically, and I'm going to cut after I'm done talking, I made a very, very long path. Actually, I'm going to clear out my inventory. I'll be back and then I'll explain. And we're back. So one of the reasons I wanted to punch through the nether was, and this is long-term goals, I want to get a large quantity of speed 2 beacons up to make these trips a little more tolerable. Either that or I'll make railways and go make dinner. Perhaps a full meal and dessert and go to the store. And my FPS is crashing again because I'm using a piece of shit software recording application. Not worth the money I spent. But anyway, I made a very, very long path to get into new terrain generation. And I found myself a couple of important biomes, like the Ice Spires biome, which means I can get packed ice. Unfortunately, packed ice doesn't mine quickly no matter what. So that's a bit of an issue. It takes forever to mine. I also found a couple mesa biomes. Set up a beacon there for speed so I can easily farm it, and that's where we're heading now. Aha! I finally reached the end of this ridiculously long tunnel. And mesa biome. This is only 20,000 blocks from 0, but you can now see that I have a beacon set up over here. And a conspicuous gap here. This didn't actually take that long because that's a speed beacon. You only need speed 1. Or no, it's a haste beacon. You only need the haste 1 effect though. And I'm in a wall. Of course I am. And that's too far. Because it's been forever and a day since I played, and I'm really bad at throwing ender pearls now. But with an efficiency 5 pick, I think I have one on me. Yeah, that one's efficiency 5. You can see it's instantly mining. And now I need to cart all of this back, and I haven't come anywhere close to doing that yet. Because I have there it is. Red stained clay's in there. Junk in there. A lot of white stained clay. I actually kind of like white stained clay, so that's a good thing. Light gray stained clay, I like that one too. Brown stained clay I really like. Which is fortunate because there's a lot of it here. And I have just normal hardened clay here, which I can dye into anything I please. Nice store. Oh, there's orange. Oh good, I remember how to do that. But I have a ridiculous quantity of clay that needs to be carted back, and I'm not quite sure how I want to accomplish that. Really, the only way is to run minecart tracks. And to do that, I actually need to set up the pathway, which I'm really not that keen on doing. However, it is the most efficient way. So I might just suck it up and do it. It's a disturbing amount of minecart tracks, but I happen to have a disturbing amount of iron. As evidenced by my random use of a beacon and just leaving it there because, well, why not? I'd like to get this entire section coated in haste. And I think I set up regen, because why not? So I think that's what I'm going to play with a bit. Okay, so I might have gone a little insane with the trades. Because I never have actual resources anymore, mainly because I don't see a need to have them. I just traded 2 stacks of iron blocks for 15 diamond pickaxes. Thank you, Mr. Perfect Iron Blacksmith Trader. He can do a silk touch enchant, but I really don't see the point in doing that. His enchants are mostly junk. That one could be useful if I really wanted to burn, what? 2, 4, 8 pickaxes to get an unbreaking 3. And that's my end one, but since I have a iron axe there, that's his last trade. He's a perfect iron pickaxe, or iron axe enchanter, I guess? I don't know. It's kind of a useless trade, but it's easy to reset, so I kept him. So I'm going to take my 8 million pickaxes over to my friend the Enderman farm. I'm going to name them because I think that'll make it so I don't ever have to do that again. And then I'm going to have fun trying to get them to enchant properly. I might just start dropping level 30 enchants on them and see what happens. Frankly, I just want the Unbreaking 3 on it. That's all I actually care about for the enchant, because I can put whatever other enchants on it. And Unbreaking 3 is so ridiculously rare on books that I don't see the point in trying to get Unbreaking 3 books. Especially with infinite diamond pickaxe resources. And I am so glad I decided to put speed 2 beacons on the entire pathway to my Enderman farm. So glad, in fact, that I am quite tempted to start farming an absolutely ridiculous amount of withers so that I can put speed 2 beacons across every pathway I have in the nether. Because now I have access to the roof, it's way easier to do that. I don't have to finick with all the crap. So let's see what I have. So I have a bunch of picks here already. I took this one with me just because. And these need repaired. What do I have in here? That one's good. I just want a bunch of work picks, really. But I don't care if they have something like Fortune or Silk Touch on them all that much. Silk Touch is ridiculously easy for me to get with that villager, so I don't see the point. And all my Unbreaking books are being burned on these damn sets of armor. I have 2 or 3 sets of... I think I only have 2 sets of perfect armor, but I have this set that's being built of perfect armor as well. And I did say I was almost out of diamonds. I bought all of these diamond items that you see on the page, basically, from that vendor. So I'm going to have fun renaming all of these first. I'm not going to come up with any fancy names. I'm just going to call them all the same damn thing. And probably... Where did my pickaxe go? Pickaxe? Where did you go? Well, I'll find out what happened to that damn pickaxe and be back. Of course, I'm a moron. It's sitting in the available quick bar slot. Let's take you and put you there and not have to deal with that again. So, as you can see, my next bit of life is going to be very exciting. But, you know, when this gets tiring, I'll go and start mining out that tunnel some more. I did burn an entire inventory of brown clay blocks and didn't even get to the original new gen portal. I did get pretty close. I was probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 stacks away from that point. So, this is going to be fun. So that took far less effort than I thought it would. I only really wanted 5 picks to work with. Hold on. Get rid of this hunger issue for a second. I only really wanted 5 beautiful picks of awesomeness. And I only had to enchant 7 picks to get that. So these 2 can go back in the junk drawer. Let's see, what do I have in here? I have a fortune pick, and I have a silk pick here. So now I have 5 of these, and a whole bunch of these. Now, I think because I named them, repairing will stay the same, always. If I understand the way it works right. If not, well, I burned a few levels, but who cares about those? They're infinite. So, I am going to actually dump these pickaxes in here. And I will return when these are running low. And I might actually use some of these weird enchanted picks to repair them. Because, well, I don't care. I don't know. I might just use these. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, I have 9 unenchanted picks with which I can repair these 5 work picks. I'll pick up some ender pearls for my way out. Actually, I think I can just do that. Keep forgetting I can do that. And head on back. Okay, so we're back at base with a shit ton of ender pearls. That was fun. And ready to start mining some netherrack in ridiculous quantities. And yes, I do just keep chests of ender pearls sitting around everywhere because you never know when you're going to run out. So, I guess I will get to it. If he'll move his ass out of my way. Move! Okay. So, how much iron do I have anyway? I don't know if I need to turn this back on. I am actually running disturbingly low. This used to be full. I might turn that on and let it run overnight. I missed. Just let it accumulate some more iron because I hate running out of iron. The very thought of me being able to run out of iron makes me sad now. So I need to turn that back on so it doesn't happen. I guess I'll be back once I either find a new thing to do. I might come up with some new redstone contraption to break the monotony of digging that tunnel out. But I'll be back whenever that happens. So I have been quite busy. This is the main path from the start of New Gen area that I have here down to my spawn, and I've completely dug out the cavity required to build my pathway. And here's the state of my work picks. I burned 4 of them to near completion with this one tunnel. I think this is the longest tunnel though, so my work is at least half complete now. This length right here I'll probably dig out really quickly. Well, it's very, very tiny. And then this length going that way is really long as well. to get to the mesa. And yes, that's the closest mesa I could find. The amount of packed ice I'm going to need is so mind-numbing that I don't know if I'll ever be able to farm enough packed ice to build this pathway. I might have to replace it with glass or normal ice, both of which are infinitely easier to get large quantities of. But I am going to wipe out this pick and repair that, wipe out the picks again, and then start building tunnels. Probably brown to start with, because if I can get the center line here down, I can start putting rails down, which means I can get trains of minecarts filled with building materials following me, making my resupply runs further spaced out. So I finally got bored of that damn pathway and burned out on the game. This is about a week later. And I've decided I need to finally get a proper wither skeleton farm up, because I don't have enough beacons. Saying the person that has like 20 beacons up or something ridiculous like that. So I have a new fortress scouted that's surrounded by lava to boost my spawn rates, because I'm not going to go through the effort required in clearing a 300 by 300 area. And I have a shit ton of cobble on me. Also have a couple of resources in my ender chest, which is why I'm bringing a couple along with me, and some wood for storage chests when I fill up on space. Well, I've finished off the major intersection of my new spawning platforms, and as before, this is the center point of that crossroads, and +9 in every direction is the spawning border. Now, you might be asking, what are these sections for? Wither skeletons spawn in groups of up to 4. The initial spawn must happen on one of these platforms that are either smooth stone half slabs or nether brick half slabs. But the rest of the group can spawn ±5 on the horizontal plane and ±1 on the vertical plane. And those additional spawns can occur outside of the Nether Fortress bounding box. Which means if you place these platforms here, which I've done in brick half slabs to differentiate them, you can get spawns on them if the original spawn of the group occurred within the bounding box, making a double walkway like this one here actually fairly useful, because I can widen it out to the 10 of the walkways plus the 2 between to bring it up to 12, plus an additional 10 on the outsides, so I can have 22 wide walkways. Now this is actually a little bit smaller than my other one, which was a double intersection, but that one has a lot more spawning spaces around it, and this is on a giant lava lake and fairly high up from the ground level of the lava lake. I intend on taking this all the way down to this quad intersection here, which I'll be able to put at the same platform number. I don't know if the bottom platforms in this quad intersection here will spawn, but I'll put them anyway for walking's sake. And my way up is right there, so I'll probably put in a ender pearl elevator with a ladder on that end and a ladder on the far end. So I'll be able to go to the bottom floor, run all the way down, go up a floor, run back, and so on and so forth. I also need to get rid of some of these additional walkways, or half slab them, or harvest them for nether brick because I'm running low. And hopefully next episode we'll have a completed and brand new wither skeleton spawning platform system to show off. But for now, I do believe this wraps up this episode, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Any comments on how I can improve my videos is always appreciated. Bye.